Most salespeople cringe when they're invited to a meeting. Why is that? Because most meetings are an absolute waste of time. They're unproductive, they're boring, they don't accomplish anything, and they keep us from our primary mission for why we're at work. Hey, I don't want that to happen to you. I'm Offenbonger, this is a one-hitter, and we're going to talk today about what we need to do to have more productive meetings. I'm going to give you 7 tips. Let's start first. Announce the meeting in advance. Don't call me up and tell me you want to have a meeting in 10 minutes. Your people should be productive. They should have things already scheduled. You want to announce the meeting in advance so they have advance notice and time to prepare. Next, you want to pre-publish an agenda. Let them know what's going to be happening at the meeting. A written agenda needs to be distributed to all attendees prior to the meeting so that they can come prepared and everyone knows what's going to be discussed. Next, minimize the length. Brevity is key. If you can do a stand-up meeting, that's absolutely fabulous. If not, though, less is more. Keep that in mind. Don't do these long rambling meetings. I used to go to an organization, we'd have 9-hour meetings. They'd bring in food. Oh my God, it was like giving birth. Nothing was accomplished. Keep your meetings short and brief. Next, stay on topic. Don't let people wander, and you don't wander either. The purpose of an agenda is to outline what needs to be covered. Make sure you follow that agenda, you stick to it, and you don't deviate from it. Stop sidebar conversations is my next tip. Don't let others in the meeting take you off tangent, and don't let others have a sidebar conversation while you're trying to conduct a meeting with other people. That's rude and unproductive. Next, make sure you leave time for discussion. People like to have interaction. Your meeting should have the opportunity for discussion. You should include it in your agenda. And my last tip, make sure you end on time. That's critically important. Now, some of you might use slides in your meetings, and there's a few things I want to address about slides as well. Number one, don't read slides to people. There is nothing more irritating than you reading what I can read on the screen. Don't do that. Let your slide be in visual image. You do the talking to support it. Number 2, brevity is key. You don't want to spend more than 3 minutes on a slide, period. End of sentence. So if you're allocating 1 hour for a meeting and you're using slides, simple math dictates you better not have more than 20 slides. Next, limit text on slides. Text gets cumbersome, it gets hard to read, it's hard for people to digest, and also it's hard for people to recall what you talked about. If you use imagery, people are more inclined to recall what it was you discussed when they refer back to the slides that you covered. Next, make sure that you provide handouts that go along with your slides. It makes it easy for people to follow along. I like to use a little fill in the blank thing so that I give them a sentence and they can fill in a couple of blanks. It helps with the retention. I want your meetings to be effective. I want them to be crisp. I don't want you wasting the time of your cannabis sales reps in meetings when they can be out in the field making you money. So make sure whatever meetings you do are crisp, clean, and to the point. Hey, I'm Offenbonger. This has been a one-hitter. I do these all the time, and I hope you'll join me more. All you need to do is simply subscribe. Hit the subscribe button to this channel. You'll be notified anytime we publish anything new. Hey, I'm going to leave you with this. Please be kind to one another, and don't be a forehead.